Welcome to first and second hour science. Today is Monday, May 4th, 2020. Today we will have 3 worksheets. I will talk about them as I go. We will be working out of our Earth Day packets for at least this whole week. We will not do any of the math pages that are in there unless it is specific to our science assignment. So with this here today, I'm not going to read the top. It does provide all of your answers for all of the questions below. However, I am going to read you something else about the ozone layer, or what is ozone, and why I'm not going to read this to you. Okay, so the first worksheet is the front page, which is air pollution, and you will need to answer the 5 questions at the bottom. Please answer number 5 with complete sentences and correct punctuation. Air pollution is often a problem in cities, but that problem doesn't end there. The air we breathe is combined with pollution. Pollution can be caused by burning fossil fuels. Oil is used for cars, and with so many cars and trucks, we have a lot of pollution that can be emitted into the air. Coal that is burned to make electricity puts off a lot of gases into the air. We need to burn that coal to have electricity. Harmful gases, droplets, and particles all make up pollution. So scientists are always looking for cleaner fuels like renewable resources that are not as harmful to the air. Biomass fuels such as wood can cause a little pollution, but not as much as fossil fuels. Some renewable resources that do not cause pollution are solar energy, wind energy, and hydropower. Anymore, we can take a drive and run across country that has wind turbines. Looks a little foreign at first until you realize what they are, but they're wind turbines. They're huge. So by air pollution, problems caused by air pollution can be numerous. We breathe this air. Some people have asthma, bronchitis, lung or heart disease, which can be worsened by air pollution. Another important thing that is affected is the ozone layer. The ozone layer is what protects people and things on Earth. It protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun. Otherwise, it would be too hot and nothing could live on Earth. So what is ozone? This is just more information that I am going to read to you. However, I would like to get through my my lesson plan first before I read this. I'll read it at the end. So once I read what is ozone, that will complete the first section of our assignment. And behind that first page is another page that you will also complete. Think it. Draw it. Draw a picture. This is a picture of a party for the Earth. The other planets were invited to the party. What does your picture look like? Draw it for me. Okay, and then the next page is about recycling. We learned a lot about recycling this year. This is the third page we will do in our assignment, and the last page. These are questions that only you can answer. Name a person who was extremely good at reducing, reusing, and recycling materials. In my opinion, the easiest thing to remember to recycle is, what is your answer? In my opinion, the most difficult thing to remember to recycle is, ask yourself why. Does your family recycle? The question is actually, where does your family place things to be recycled? Everybody does things different. I have little baskets. I don't use a whole lot of things. I put clear glass in one. I put mail, magazines, reading material in another. I have a big bag that hangs that I put my cans, my aluminum cans. And then I have a trash can, a big trash can that holds my cardboard. I do recycle plastic, and I have to have special bags that we take to the recycling place. We do have to pay $3, but you can put a lot of plastic in there, and it is amazing when you smash your bottles with your foot, have your shoe on, how flat you can make them to fit more and more into these great big green bags the plastic recycling companies put out. And the amount of trash that I take out is amazing. I don't take it out as often. If I have a day or a week that I do not recycle like I should, I have a lot of trash. When my containers are full, I do also save tin cans. I don't put them with my aluminum cans, but I do save tin cans to recycle. I sell my aluminum cans. It's not worth anything. I think the last time I took probably 6 to 8 bags and got $6. The alternative is I'm throwing money away. I'm dirtying the earth where I can recycle. The aluminum can be melted down to make more cans. Okay, so then on the last side, on the right side of your paper, we have another picture that we are going to draw. It says, someone left an empty container in your room. You've never seen this type of container before. How do you know if it should be thrown out or recycled? I want you to write that. And then below it, you're going to draw another picture. Draw a picture of 4 things that can be recycled. We talked a lot about what can be recycled. So that will conclude okay, maybe not. Okay, so the last page of today's assignment is about recycling. There are 6 parts to be answered, one being to draw a picture of 4 things that can be recycled. That is the assignment that I just showed you. We had a whole unit on recycling at the beginning of the school year. As we look at the most common items that are recycled in our communities, we know that aluminum, people save soda cans and other types of aluminum to recycle. Some people save aluminum off of cars. The more aluminum you have, it adds up to weight, and that's more money. Plastic is another recyclable. We learned it takes hundreds of years for plastic to degrade. Plastic bags take forever. That's why we want to quit using them as much as we can and reuse the ones that we do have. Paper, glass, cardboard, batteries, magazines, and mail can all be recycled. Imagine if all of us recycled, the amount of trash going to our landfills would be cut. Okay, so I wanted to read to you something about the ozone. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the ozone, or sometimes what we call the ozone layer. So what is ozone? Ozone is a gas made up of 3 oxygen atoms, O to the 3rd power. It occurs naturally in small trace amounts in the upper atmosphere, which is called the stratosphere. Ozone protects life on Earth from the sun's ultraviolet radiation. In the lower atmosphere, the troposphere, near the Earth's surface, ozone is created by chemical reactions between air pollutants from vehicle exhaust, gasoline vapors, and other emissions. At ground level, high concentrations of ozone are toxic to people and plants. Stratospheric good ozone. 90% of the ozone in the atmosphere sits in the stratosphere, the layer of atmosphere between about 10 and 50 kilometers altitude. The natural level of the ozone in the stratosphere is a result of a balance between sunlight that creates ozone and chemical reactions that destroy it. Ozone is created when the kind of oxygen we breathe, O2, is split apart by sunlight into single oxygen atoms. Single oxygen atoms can rejoin to make O2, or oxygen, as they can join with oxygen molecules to make ozone, or O3. Ozone is destroyed when it reacts with molecules containing nitrogen, hydrogen, chlorine, or bromine. Some of the molecules that destroy ozone occur naturally, but people have created others. The total mass of ozone in the atmosphere is about 3 billion metric tons. That may seem like a lot, but it is only 0.00006% of the atmosphere. The peak concentration of ozone occurs at an altitude of roughly 32 kilometers, 20 miles above the surface of the Earth. At that altitude, ozone concentration can be as high as 15 parts per million. So, what did we learn here? We learned that the ozone layer is what protects life, including human life, plant life, animal life, insect life. The ozone layer protects us from the ultraviolet radiation, sun rays, to allow us to live. The ozone layer is made up of gases, and pollution from the ground level go up and continue to land in our ozone layer. There was some concern for a while that our ozone layer was breaking down, and it appears that about that time we started paying more attention of our actions and what we were doing to the Earth. And now it appears that it's also called the black hole, or the ozone layer. It appears that it is not quite as bad as it was in the probably early 80s. This was only research beginning in the late 70s. Exploration of the ozone layer was made then. Okay, so that concludes our lesson. I knew that air pollution affected the ozone layer, and I wasn't sure that we all really knew what the ozone was. So without having to know everything about it, what's important is that the ozone does protect us from the sun's ultraviolet radiation. Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow.